The last 5 weeks has tried to take me out. Five shows in 5 weeks. The last 5 weeks has just been, I don't know, like character building exercises, opportunities for growth, and yeah, it's been a time. So at this point, I feel like I deserve books. Okay, I have earned the right to bookshop without a budget. I have earned that. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. Now, have I been buying books online and locally over the last couple of weeks? Yes, I have. Now, should I also be tackling the mountain of laundry that is at home waiting for me? Yes. Should I also probably be doing other adulting things that I have not been doing over the last 5 weeks? Yes. Should I also probably be editing the content that I have on my computer sitting for me? Yeah, I probably should be doing that too. But am I going to do any of those things right now? No, we are going to go book shopping. So I'm going to grab some lunch. Yes, probably need to eat something at this point. I'm going to go to Books A Million first, I think. And then I'm going to go to Ollie's because I've never been there. And Eliza is reading. And someone else in my comment section was telling me about how they have found so many great deals there. So I'm like, I need to go there. So I think today is the day that I go to Ollie's for the first time. And it's already on my way to go pick something up from my parents' house. So I'm going to do that. And then if we have time, I think that there is a Half Price Books that isn't far from that area. Like, I'm almost certain that there's one in that area. I don't know. I got to double check. But I am going to have me a time today. And, okay, I'm thinking about it. There's, like, reasonable Alexis on my shoulder, like, girl, calm down, budget. So I think what I'm going to do is, Ollie's is technically a budget store. Half Price Books is technically a budget store. And Books A Million has a bargain section. So I think I'm going to like make this more of like a bargain style shopping situation. I feel like that's reasonable. I feel like that is meeting reasonable Alexis on my shoulder versus like spend whatever you want Alexis on the other shoulder. I feel like that's a happy medium. So that's what we're going to do. So let's grab something to eat and let's see how much trouble we could get to in these bookstores. I had to wind down, do the wife thing, mom things, everything in between. But now I can show you everything that I got today. And I have to say, I really enjoyed today. Even though I didn't see anything at Books A Million, that is okay because I found some really great finds at Half Price Books and Ollie's. And I also have to say, I'm a little bit hurt because you didn't tell me about Ollie sooner. I don't know what I was expecting. I really just had low expectations when going into Ollie's because I've never been in the store before. But when I saw how big that book section was, I said, I can't believe they didn't tell me about this sooner. And then on top of that, the selection, they had popular books, they had newer releases, and the kids section was massive. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to have time to go through all of these books and be able to make it to Half Price Books. So I said, you know what? I'm going to prioritize the kids section and then just really kind of glance at my section of books. So I got a ton of books for my daughter, and I think I only spent around like $14 or $15, and I got 4 books. So that is a steal. I gotta say, I am really proud of myself for not going crazy in that store because I really could have. The first book that I got is Ace of Spades. And honestly, I don't know why I haven't gotten this book before. I've seen it in a lot of YA conversations, and it looks like it was also a finalist for the American Library Association William C. Morrison Debut Award. And I think that is amazing for a debut. Like that is an amazing. I believe that this is, I am pretty sure that this is YA or new adult. I'm pretty sure. I've seen it in the YA section, but let's find out what it's about together because I literally saw it was $4, and I said, I kind of don't care what it's about. Just gonna get it. So let's read about it together. It says, all you need to know is I'm here to divide and conquer like all great tyrants do, signed Aces. When Nevaeh's private academy students, Devon and Chiamaka, are selected to be a part of the elite school's senior prefix, it looks like their year is off to an amazing start. After all, not only does it look great on college applications, but it officially puts them in the running for valedictorian too. Shortly after the announcement is made, though, someone who goes by Aces begins sending anonymous text messages to reveal secrets about the two of them that turn their lives upside down and threaten every aspect of their carefully planned futures. As Aces shows no sign of stopping, what seemed like a sick prank quickly turns into a dangerous game with all of the cards stacked against them. Can Devon and Chiamaka stop Aces before things become incredibly deadly? And then it ends by saying, with heart-pounding suspense and relevant social commentary comes a high-octane thriller by debut author Faridah Àbíké-Íyímídé. Hopefully I wasn't too far off with her last name, but I am really excited about this. I was not expecting this to be a thriller, a YA thriller at that. This is... oh my goodness. I love diverse reads, love reading for Black authors, and for this to be a YA thriller, this sounds like a good time. Let me know if you've read this in the comment section down below. I'm interested to know if this is like a standalone or if this is a part of a series. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up, but this is definitely a steal to get this for $4. Really excited about this. All right, the next 3 books that I got from Ollie's are books for my daughter. First up, I have my first Brain Quest, First Words Around the Home, a question and answer book. I absolutely love my first Brain Quest books. And when I saw this on the shelf and only for $2.99, yes, it's $3. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm immediately getting this book. And what I really like about the My First Brain Quest books is it's not just about observation. As it says on the cover, it says it helps develop observational counting and naming skills and encourages learning through conversation. And it absolutely does that. Like, you are able to see, the items, and they're able to identify them and learn new words, but also it has a ton of questions like on the side. And sometimes it has it at the bottom of the books, just depending on the size and what the book is, that actually helps them learn more and have more conversations beyond just like simple identification. And she really enjoys these books, so she's going to love that I got her a new one of these books. So really excited about this one. Next up, we have My Busy Barn, and I love this because it's more of an interactive book where she's able to use these reusable sticker pieces and move them around. And when I was flipping through the book, I was like, oh, this is another book that is not just showing like what are all of the items and things on the farm, like identification, like the chicken coop and the rooster, the farmer, the ladder, new words that she can learn, but also it really goes into like how the farm works and just giving examples, right? So absolutely love this, that she's going to be able to really just develop hand-eye coordinations by sticking things in different places, but also learning more deeply than identification about what are some things on the farm. So really excited about adding this to her bookshelf. And for $3, yes, absolutely. All right, so the last book that I got from Ollie's is a School Zone Preschool Write and Reuse workbook, and I have gotten a ton of flashcards from them, and when I saw this again for $2.99, I said, oh, I'm getting this because we have been practicing writing or drawing, rather, different shapes, and it has that plus stickers, which she loves, and it also has numbers and letters, and so I don't think we're too far off from practicing writing those, so I said, you know what? I'm going to get this book, even though it may be a little bit early. It's never too early to start practicing. So really excited to keep practicing our shapes, but also add letters and numbers in there as well. All right, let's go over the books that I got from Half Price Books. And I gotta say, I am very proud of myself because not all of these books are for me. I actually got a book for one of my friends, and dang, I wish that like you could block like certain people for a limited amount of time from like viewing your videos because she's probably going to watch this and it's not going to be a surprise, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. It's fine. All right. So the first book that I got is The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. And this is actually the third book in her Broken Earth series. And this is a fantasy series. I recently picked up the first book from a local bookstore called Recluse Books. And it was actually a recommendation from the owner of, or the co-owner of Recluse Books. And I saw this in Half Price Books and I said, you know what? I'm getting it, because when I was talking about this book series in that book haul, when I went to Recluse Books, someone in the comment section was like, oh, it's an amazing series. Like, you're going to absolutely love it. She said that she sped through the entire series. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get this book because it is in pretty amazing condition. There's a little bit of something at the bottom, but honestly, I don't even think that this was like flip through or read, because it's just like the spine is intact. Like, it's one of those gems that you find in Half Price Books, and when you find it, you have to nab it because the next time you're there, it's not going to be there. So I am really excited about this. It looks like a Hugo Award winner. Is it? I wonder if the entire series was or the third book was. But the third book, it says winner of the Hugo and Nebula Awards 2018. It also says that N.K. Jemisin is a New York Times bestseller. I have now officially 3 books from her. I have not read anything from her, so I'm going to have to start this series soon. The other book that I have from her is The City We Became. I've just really heard a lot of great things about her. I don't want to read the back of the third book because I feel like it would spoil the first and the second one. So I'll read a little bit of the first book and eventually I'll get the second book. But again, I couldn't pass up the third book. Okay, the back of the first book says, Discover the Broken Earth trilogy, historic winner of 3 consecutive Hugo Awards for Best Novel. Oh, that's really awesome. So all 3 of them have won the Hugo Award? That's pretty amazing. The back of the first book says, this is the way the world ends for the last time. It starts with the Great Red Rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal and long dormant wounds rising up to fester. This is the stillness, a land familiar with catastrophe, where the power of earth is wielded as a weapon and where there is no mercy. I am so excited about this series. I am probably going to start this in the next 2 months, maybe next month. Maybe I can add it next month. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to add it, but I'm going to add it pretty soon because this just feels like a fall winter type of read. And just from everything that I heard, it sounds like it's going to be a pretty highly rated book for me. So really excited about it. Let me know if you've read anything from N.K. Jemisin or if you've read the Broken Earth series. All right, next up we have, this is the book that I am gifting my friend. It is You Are Only Just Beginning, Lessons for the Journey Ahead by Morgan Harper Nichols. And I'm really excited to gift this to her because it is a book of poetry. She loves poetry and just the spoken word. The back of it says, "Who told you that you were not free to swim wildly into the deep? This book is an ode to curiosity, a declaration of wonder, and a charge to be present in all that lies ahead. You cannot control all of what's to come, but what you need for the journey, as Morgan so eloquently shows us, is already embedded in the world around you." So I am so excited to give this to my friend. I haven't read anything from Morgan Harper Nichols, but let me know down below if you've read this book in particular, any of her poetry, or any of her other books. Last but definitely not least, I got Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. And okay, I feel like I have to explain this book because, well, first, it was $3 at half price book. That's the first thing. The second thing is when I saw this movie, I was sucked in. And I am not a big like thriller movie watcher or thriller reader. Like that's just not my genre because my anxiety, I usually cannot handle those, but I really enjoyed the movie. So when I saw this, I said, "Oh, it was a book?" Like, and I feel like that was a part of the marketing. So I feel like back then I knew, but again, maybe it just like escaped me. I just forgot. But anyways, I saw it. I said, I'm absolutely getting it, especially because it's $3. I just really feel like this is going to be a good like easing into the genre for me in terms of reading. I also think I want to get this other series that's thriller. But anyways, I'm going to focus on this, Alexis. I really feel like because I know what is happening already, like in the plot, like there is going to be like more that happens in the book because it's the book. You know, book and movie adaptations, they always leave things out. But because I know the general plot and what is going to happen, I feel like my anxiety won't be like through the roof. That's just like my thought process around it. But for those who are not familiar with Gone Girl, haven't seen the movie or have read the book, I'll read a little bit of the inside cover. And it says, "Marriage can be a real killer." One of the most critically acclaimed suspense writers of our time, New York Times bestseller Gillian Flynn, takes that statement to its darkest place in this unputdownable masterpiece about marriage gone terribly, terribly wrong. The Chicago Tribune proclaimed that her work draws you in and keeps you reading with the force of a pure but nasty addiction. Gone Girl's toxic mix of sharp-edged wit and deliciously chilling prose creates a nerve-wracking thriller that confounds you at every turn. And I would definitely say that's at least a really accurate description of the movie because I was glued. I was glued to the TV when I was watching it. I loved it and I am just really excited to dig into this. Here's the thing though. I keep getting books that feel like fall and wintry. Like this is not necessarily a cozy read, but the vibe definitely gives I want to be bundled up. I want to be in my bed. I want to have like a hot chocolate or a hot tea next to me while I'm reading this book. So I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm just like my winter TBR keeps getting longer and longer. I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, but I do really want to read this winter. Just don't know how I'm going to fit it in or when I'm going to fit it in. But anyways, let me know if you are a big thriller reader, if you've read any of Gillian Flynn's novels, or if you've read or even watched Gone Girl. So those are all of the books that I got. And I have to say, I really feel like today was a success. The whole goal was to just really celebrate the end of a very a very crazy work run, and I enjoyed just really exploring Ollie's for the first time, grabbing some books from Half Price Books, and really just exploring Books A Million, because you don't know what you're gonna find in their bargain section. So just being able to spend the bookish day with you, just celebrating the end of a crazy work run, it was a time, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you made it to this part of the video, welcome to the end of the video, crew. Be sure to drop a book emoji in the comments section. I always love just chatting it up with you and just knowing who's hung out with me until the end of the video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a new video from me. Until the next time, happy reading. Bye, y'all.